Most developers don't fail system design interviews because they don't know Redis, Kafka, AWS. They fail because they approach design like a coding problem, not a thinking problem. Welcome to the series where we will learn how to think about system design the way architects really do. In this video, I'll explain why system design interviews are failed, what interviewers are actually evaluating, and how architect thinks differently from developers. Let's be honest about how most people prepare. They memorize designs, design WhatsApp, design Netflix, design Uber. They remember buzzwords. We'll use Kafka, we'll add Redis, we'll scale horizontally. But when the interviewer asks why, everything collapses. Because memorization doesn't survive follow-up questions. Here's what interviewers actually look for, and this is important. First, can you clarify requirements? Do you jump into drawing boxes or do you ask questions? Second, do you understand trade offs? Every decision has a cost, latency, complexity, money, or operation pain. Third, can you design for failure? Because real systems fail all the time. And finally, can you communicate clearly? Architecture is a communication skill, not a diagram skill. Architects don't start with solutions, they start with constraints. That's a very important difference. When a developer hears a problem, the first thought is usually, what should I build? When an architect hears the same problem, the first thought is, what limit do I have? For example, if you're designing a notification system, an architect doesn't start by asking, should I use Kafka or SQS? They start by asking, how late can a notification be before it becomes useless? Because if a notification is allowed to be late by a few seconds, the design is very different from a system where delays are unacceptable. Then they ask questions like, how many users are we talking about? Is it thousand or million? How much traffic will this generate? It is steady or spiky? What happens when this service goes down? Do we retry, degrade, or fail silently? And most importantly, what can fail without breaking the business? Architects also delay decisions. They don't introduce Kafka on day one. They don't add microservices unless there is a clear reason. Because every new component adds complexity to development, deployment, and operations. Good architecture is not about being clever, it's about being appropriate. In this series, we are not going to memorize system designs. We are going to learn how to think. We'll talk about asking the right questions, making trade offs, designing for scale and failure. In this next video, we'll talk about functional versus non functional requirements, the single most important concept in system design. If this helped you, like the video and subscribe. Let's learn system design the right way and explaining your decisions clearly. If you're a developer who wants to grow into a senior or solution architect role, this series is for you.